Alrighty, here we are for mind mapping. All right, this was a technique that was taught to me by a fellow named Dave Pomeroy, great friend of mine, fellow in the chimney business who was a great trainer, but even more than that, he was a great friend of mine. I used to work with this fella. So Dave introduced me to this concept called mind mapping, and it's so simple. It's so great. I mean, this is like if you already know this, then you know how swell it is. And I understand that you can go on the internet, and I'm pretty sure you can find a YouTube that's going to give you a more in-depth discussion of this than I'm going to give you. But tell you what, you're going to learn everything you need to know in just a couple of minutes, probably. All right, I anticipate this one will be shorter than the last one, okay? So mind mapping. The beauty of mind mapping is that you get to write down whatever you think. Just, you got some little topic or project or, whatever it is you want to make a bunch of notes about. But you got, and especially in the beginning of an idea, it's like, yeah, I'd like to whatever, but you got 99 thoughts, here are the problems with it, and here are just what I have to do, why I'm afraid, who do I have to call, and, all this stuff, and it's just flooding in, and it's all out of order, and it's just a big mess, but they're all things that are real, right? Well, mind mapping is where you put something in the center. In this thing, I have mind mapping right in the center. Okay, and off of that, I have a few branches because these are just, the few things I wanted to talk about in this video. Now, I don't normally, as I said, do this type of list. I give myself just a regular bullet point list when I do these talks usually, but today we're talking about mind mapping. So the problem with an outline when you're thinking is outlines are for getting things in order, and you're thinking too fast for that kind of stuff. And you have to put stuff in the middle, and if you're writing with a pencil, there's no room for it, and if you're doing it with a computer, anyway, in list, they're definitely out of order. They don't do you any good at the end. It's just a bunch of lines, right? Not identifiable. So this is better than a list. Okay, now there's no order demanded of you. You just write things down as you think of them. But and here I'm going to show you this thing again. I only have three little things off that, right? So one of them says fast scribbling what you think. Okay, off of that I have no order demanded, right? So I didn't think of that until later. I'd written other things down and I added that later. You will organize it later. That's another little point I want to make. You get this stuff, you'll turn it into a list or an outline or whatever. This won't be your working document for doing, but anything can go on it. Everything. And you'll draw some little line off to a bubble that's about this, and you'll have ideas and I could go on television or side of the van, a marketing idea, right? You'll have these ideas and employee, what kind of employee, these, whatever it is that worries you as you're doing this thing, you have no chance to write it down in these little bubbles. And so things are kind of related to the next bubble. You have little things coming off of other little things, and that helps you sort of organize your thoughts, right? But your to-dos, things you'd have to do, questions, things you're going to have to research, things you're going to have to get cleared with whoever. You get the idea, but you can get these things down as fast as you can think of them this way, because you don't have to worry about order. And if you've already started kind of a little section and something just doesn't fit in that section, you start a new section. I mean, it's just, you can't do anything wrong with this, and you get all of the thoughts written down. And believe me, it's handy. It's a beautiful thing. All right, there's a technique called mind mapping, and I hope it's useful to you. Alrighty? See you next time. Bye. Hey friends, I hope this was useful to you. Would you do something for me? Would you please share this with anybody you know that ought to hear it too? And then would you please give me the thumbs up and subscribe, right? That's kind of important on these things. Feel free to leave comments. All right, thanks a lot. And now get out there and do some winning.